Hello everyone, this is Sej Kashyap. Today I am going to explain you the chapter of civics, which is marginalization, social and economic. Let us see what is this chapter is about. Have you heard about marginalization? What is marginalization? Yeah, marginalization means margin. What does mean the margin? Margin means edge of the society. Yeah, the people, those who are living at the edge of the society, they are known as marginalization groups. Okay, let's see more deeply what is this marginalization is. Okay, let us move forward. Yeah, the people in the society who are denied from certain rights and are pushed to the edges of the society. What is known as edge? Edge means corner of the society. They have little say in the decision. That means they don't have to participate in any decision making process. They have not given any rights. They have not given any resources. Any opportunities are not given to them. Yeah, so this situation of discrimination, that is the unfair treatment against a particular section of society, is known as marginalization. Okay, that means discrimination towards a particular group. Okay, so this situation is known as marginalization. Let us see. People who are subjected to marginalization are generally the ones who strengthen society substantially less than the other groups. Okay, so these groups are not given equal treatment, equal right, comparing as other sections of the communities. Okay, so this section of the people, this section of the people is known as marginalization. Yeah, we can say them as marginalized groups. Okay, is it clear to everyone here? Okay, let us move forward now. Let's see what are the causes of marginalization. First of all, first cause, if we talk about, that is inequality in the social structure. Yes, as you all notice that from the ancient times, from the olden days, our people in the society were engaged in different occupations. Yeah, it was divided into various groups also. As you know, the king, priest, traders, they were said as dominant class. That means they were said at the higher caste, or they came at the top of the level. Next one, if we talk about, those are workers, artisans and peasants. What are known as peasants? Farmers. Okay, these were all said to be as a subordinate caste. That means we can say them as upper caste, then something down of that is known as subordinate caste, placed under the dominant caste. Okay, after that we talk about cobblers, scavengers, sweepers. Okay, and they were engaged in a work related to leather or funeral ceremonies. Or these peoples were placed at the bottom of the structure, means they were known as the third level people. Okay, so, and these peoples, these were depend on the dominant caste for their earning the livelihood. Okay, so like this, we can say it was a lot of inequality in our society by differentiating between the dominant caste, subordinate caste, or we can say at the last category, that is known as untouchables. Untouchables, or we call them as Dalits also. Or there are so many words, so many other words which are given for these peoples. We can call them as untouchables, we can call them as Dalits, or we can call them as backward class peoples. Or one more good thing, Mahatma Gandhi has given these people a special name. Those were known as Harijans. You know what is the meaning of Harijan? Harijan means, what is the meaning of Harijan? Harijan means the people of God. Hari means God. And Jan means people. That means they are known as the people, God's peoples. Why to differentiate them? We means all are made up of, means all has given the birth. God has only given the birth. So why to discriminate them? Let us see what was the condition of these Dalit people. Yes, these Dalit people, something we should say that they were just separated. And have to force to follow many discriminatory rules and customs also. Yeah, and they have been forced to live at the margin of the society, means complete out of the society they were living. Often outskirts, outskirts means boundaries, boundaries of villages. They were denied to enter in the villages. Yeah, they were denied to take the sources of water. Yet they have, if it was said that if these people would touch the dominant caste people, they would become impure. Yeah, and these dominant caste people, what they used to do? They used to take a bath again. Okay, so this was the condition of these peoples. Let us move to the next one. Next one. Okay, so have been denied entry to houses. They were not allowed to enter the houses of the dominant caste people. What I said to you about the dominant caste? Dominant caste means the higher caste people. Higher caste people. Or let listen more. Places of religious worship also, they were not allowed to enter into the temples, or they were not allowed to take the admissions also. Education institutions also were denied to them. So this was the unfair treatment that was given to the Dalit people in our country some years before. Okay, but even till today also these Dalits have faced discrimination. Even though it has been from the constitution, it means declared that this untouchability would be stopped. But then also untouchability is followed, it is practiced in so many parts of the part of our states, that also in a very hidden manner. They have been economically exploited by them, and as a result they have been one of the poorest section of the society. Neither they were given education, neither they were given means they were not having any, what I should say, they were not having any right to take part in any people's participation, any government rule also. So they were said to be the poorest sections of the societies. Up to here it is clear, students? Okay, up to now I have told you about the condition of the marginalized groups. What was the condition? Let's see what happened after independence. Yeah, after independence, education and social emancipation, yeah, this was completely stopped by the efforts of some social reformers, like we can call them as Dr. Ambedkar was the first leader. He was a great personality who have raised the voice against this, because himself he was one untouchable. He himself don't want that people should be discriminated like this. So he was the first person who raised the voice against the untouchables. Okay, so in modern India, now if we talk about today, untouchability is a punishable offense. If anybody we have seen, if government see that any person who is practice untouchability around the world, he is severely punished by the law. Dalits today are educated. Yeah, today they are educated. Yeah, and they are also have the free to choose their own professions. They are choosing their own professions. Government also helping them by giving them special reservations. Okay, special measures, so that they can also be the part of our society. They should also not feel discriminated. Okay, and if by government helping like this, they can also become the part of the mainstream. Okay, students, so let us come on to the next point of this, that is, it is all because of second cause of marginalization. Second cause is that is lack of access to education. Yeah, very nice. Education. Because in today's world, education is everything. Without education, I think we are zero. If education will be, then only we have the understanding capacity. What is good? What is bad? So this education was not given to these Dalit people. Yeah, they cannot even choose the profession. They could not able to come out of their outlook. So due to the lack of education, yeah, they are in poverty. They lead in poverty. Okay, so people might not get a chance to come out of their image. Yeah, they don't want, even people don't want, whatever they are okay. They don't want to come out from that image, and as a result they continue to face marginalization. Okay, it is all because of education. It is all because of education, because they have not taken education. Or without education, I think no jobs, And if no jobs will be, so surely it will lead to poverty only, sir. Okay, are you understanding here? Okay, now just move forward. Due to illiteracy, what is illiteracy? It is uneducatedness and ignorance of the marginalized sections, are more likely to accept all kinds of discrimination without raising the voice. If education would not be, poor people, poor Dalits, poor untouchables, they were not unable to raise the voice in the society. They were completely silent. Or if by chance, if they would be raising the voice, their voice was suppressed by the dominant caste people. Okay, so this was one of the cause of the education. Okay, students, now come on to the one more cause, that is lack access to justice. Justice. If we talk about justice, so justice was also not given to these Dalit people properly. Economically and socially weaker sections of society have been traditionally denied all kinds of justice. No justice for lower caste people, no justice for Dalits. And they have to face all kinds of harsh treatments, unfair treatments, and have failed to muster. Mustered means they were not even dare to enter and means dare to raise the voice. Okay. So even when they were protested, if they were just raising the voice also, their views, their opinions being suppressed. What is the meaning of suppressed? Means not heard by the dominant caste. Or as a result, you know very well what would be the exploitation, the unpaid treatment got more deeply enriched. It was completely denied to them. Okay? Understood everyone here? Okay. Now I am moving on to the marginalized groups. There are so many marginalized groups here. For example, ST you have heard. ST you have heard. These are, let us see now deeply what are these SCs and STs. Okay. SC. The full form of SC is ST. It is a legal and constitutional name given to the lower sections of the society, including the Dalits also. So my meaning is to say is that these SC peoples are those peoples which they are belonging to the lower ranks of the society. Or in this we can add the Dalits also. Okay everyone. So these STs were divided into many castes and subcaste. Caste was also there. Or from that caste, they were again divided into subcaste. They have benefited to the policy of reservations. What are reservations? Reservations are those which are government are giving to those lower sections of the society so that they can also become the member of the mainstream. So seats have been reserved for them in the government-run institutions. Government aims to make them educated, self-sufficient, so that these peoples also can come out of the stereotype, okay, and they can also lead a respectful life. Understood everyone? Okay. Now let us move forward. Let us talk about one more group of marginalized, that is tribes. ST or Adivasis. Tribals or the Adivasis. These peoples which are completely connected to the forested areas. Adivasis. Early humans used to live in where? They used to live in the forest. So that's why they were known as Adivasis. But they were known as STs also same time. Okay. Officially they were called the scheduled tribes. That is ST. Adivasis are not a homogeneous group. They are not belonging to our group. They were not belonging to our group. Because their culture was different. Their language was different. They used to speak a different kind of language which can't be understood by us. Their culture was different. Language was different. So that's why it is said that they are not belonging to homogeneous group. Okay. Yes. So they have lived mainly in forest. As I told you before, these Adivasis used to live in the forested areas. And many of them lived for centuries, maintaining a primitive lifestyle without any interaction with modern civilization. They were not interacting with us. They were not interacting with the modern civilizations. Okay, yes. So let's see where these Adivasis used to live in different parts of the country. Like they used to live in Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Western Ghats of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Northern Andhra Pradesh, all these areas. And little bit in the south also, if you talk about the mountain areas of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and also in Andaman. Now I am turning the page, students. Yeah, now see here. It is the Nicobar Islands. Understood? So these are some of the areas in which the Adivasis used to reside. Okay, now let's see. Adivasis also used to live in the northeastern states like Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. So we can call them as northeastern states, and these are known as by one more name, Seven Sisters. Okay, yes. Now comes, let us see some more deeply about these Adivasis. Adivasis have always preferred to remain outside the boundaries of the traditional societies. Yeah, they were also not allowed to live in our traditional societies because they used to have their own social customs. Yeah, they used to have their own economical structures. Okay, and they used to follow their own language. So this can be the cause. So because they used to live at the boundaries of the traditional societies. Let's see now in British rule what happened. During the British rule, the rulers wanted to exploit the natural resources of the areas inhabited by the Adivasis. So what they have done? They have snatched the land. Yes, they have snatched the land in which the Adivasis used to live. Yeah, because they could not able to share the natural resources. Very good. Then Forest Regulation Act was passed. Yeah, Forest Regulation Act was passed in 1865, empowered the British government to declare any land which is covered by trees or brushwood, it is declared as a government property. Yeah, means the land was snatched from the Adivasis, or it was declared according to the Forest Regulation Act as a government property. Okay, so no more the land was given under the Adivasis. Okay, everyone. So, Indian Forest Act that was passed in 1878 imposed restrictions about the Adivasis' rights over forest land and produced in this protected and reserve forest. Whatever it was produced in these lands, okay, it was snatched by them, it was taken by them, or it was declared as the government property, or it as state property. Okay, so would you think that the Adivasis will be silent? They would not raise the voice. They will raise the voice. Let's see how they have raised a voice. British forced the tribals to pay taxes. After snatching their land, the British forced the tribals to pay taxes. You know what is taxes? Money. Many of them had to take loans. Poor tribals, they were not having the money, or tax paying was must. So what they have done? They have taken loans to pay these taxes. From whom? From money lenders, zamindars, traders, for non-repayment of loans. Okay, and you know what the Britishers have done in these lands? What they have done? So, the opening of mines, factories, yeah, they open mines, factories in the tribal lands, and the clearing of forest. They have just introduction of railways also was constructed, and large scale dismantling of the tribal population. Yes, for all the tribal population, same thing they have done. Same thing they have done. Okay. So now see what the tribal people have done against this. So many tribal leaders decided to protest. Protest means to raise a voice against this discriminatory policies. What is discriminatory policies? Unfair policies. Because wherever the tribals were living, they have snatched the land, or after snatching the land, they started to impose tax on them, which was illegal completely. So what the poor Adivasis will do? Adivasis started to raise the voice against this. So as a result, what happened? The British had to face many significant tribal, rebellions by different tribal peoples, like Santal Rebellion and Coal Rebellion. What is this rebellion? Yes, it is a protest by the tribal people against the Britishers. Against the Britishers. Okay, everyone? So, as punishment for Adivasis, so what the people and Britishers declare these Adivasis as a criminals also. Yeah, they declare the Adivasis as criminals. Adivasis uprising in the Jharkhand belt were suppressed by deployment of troops against this region. So many discriminatory policies were just imposed on the Adivasis only. At last, they were fed up and they started to protest, and one leader among them, who was Birsa Munda, was one of the most prominent figures who led tribal uprising against the Britishers. This Birsa Munda was a very brave and a courageous person who have raised the voice against the Britishers. Okay, everyone? Next, unfortunately, today, if we talk about today, some Adivasis still live in poverty only. Yeah, some years where they were, now also they are living in poverty only, because now the forested areas has been clear, and in that forested area so many mines and factories, industries are open. So poor Adivasis, where they are going, where they will go? They have left the forest. Yeah, they have left the forest, and because of this they have lost the homes also. Yeah, and their primitive lifestyle, livelihood, and they have to come and lead a urbanized life. Now they came in town area, but this town area was completely unfitted to them. They were having so many difficulties to adjust to the new setup. Obviously, if a person is living in the forest, if he is following his own customs, or suddenly he changed the way of living, so difficulty will be. Yes. So while some section of the Adivasis communities has to assimilate it into the mainstream of the society, many of them started to adjust, or many of them still they are struggling poverty and illiteracy, uneducatedness. Okay, next one. Constitution aim at educating the tribal people. So what the Constitution have taken the steps. What are the amendments? That is, they have decided that special provisions will be given to them, special seats will be given to them, and even education will also given to them, so that these people can come and join the mainstream of the society. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Now come on, one more section of the marginalized section, that is other backward classes. Yes. One more section is remaining now, that is other backward classes, that we have listened OBC. OBC, yeah, this is the full form of other backward classes. Another marginalized community is OBCs. Same group it is, who are socially in the society also they are backward, in the education also they are backward, and they are recognized. They are completely declared by the central and the state government that they belong to the lower sections of the society, and they should be given certain reservations. Yeah, so that they can also become the member of the mainstream and have a better life. Okay, so like this we have discussed up to now 3 categories, that is SC, ST and OBCs. Okay, now it will be continued. The chapter will be continued in the part 2. Okay.